Test, motherfucker, test. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you probably saw by the title, I'm doing my 2019 go-to makeup look, which is basically how to catfish a man in 2019 because I'm going from this to this. Yeah, I know, my jaw dropped too. So if you want to see how to get this look, please keep watching. So first step, my face has already been obviously toned and moisturized. I'm just going to go ahead and moisturize my lips, and I'm dumping out a shit ton apparently. This is just the Rose Salve from Sephora. Everything that I use today will be in the description box below at some point. Next, I'm just going to go in with my favorite primer ever. This is the Benefit Porefessional, and what it does is it blurs out any enlarged pores, and it also helps with, you know, any weird skin texture, bumpy skin texture, anything like that. So I do have oily skin sometimes, and this has always helped to keep my makeup on and stay matte, especially in the summertime. I do put foundation on my neck as well, so that's why I'm bringing the primer on my neck. Taking this green concealer now that is upside down, that apparently I did not know was upside down. I'm just going to go ahead and color correct any redness that I have on my face. I always get little broken blood vessels around my nose usually, and then I have this little red dot on my nose that's a pain in the ass and doesn't go away, or, you know, if you have any little blemishes or things like that, and then I just start to blend that out. You don't want to blend it away completely because you want it to still do its job, but you don't want to go out and have your green concealer be coming through your foundation and have the dude that you're catfishing, you're showing up like the Grinch that stole Christmas, like Cardi B, like, you drugging a dude? Are you going to steal his presents? You stealing his money? What? It's not Christmas. Next, I'm just taking this No More Baggage from Dr. Brandt, and what it does is if you have hollows under your eyes, like I do, but I do have my under eyes filled, I'm just kind of OCD about it, and I just like to do this extra step. It literally fills in your under eye so quickly, and it brightens up your under eye as well. So if you have dark circles like me too, it's kind of, like I said, it's like an extra step. So I go ahead and do that, and as you can see, there's already a difference between eyes, and I have no idea what happened to my eye. Rachel, did you fart on my pillow? Taking my absolute favorite foundation, and it's only like $5 or $6. This is the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus. I'm just going to go ahead and start applying it to my face. Now, this is the shade, obviously, that I use when I'm a little bit tanner, but nonetheless, we are going to go in. So, here we go. I'm just going in with my little blue beauty blender. Oh my God, say that 5 times fast. Oh, I can't even say it once. I just go ahead and blend everything out. Putting the foundation on my neck now, in my eyes, being like a quote-unquote makeup artist, there's nothing worse than seeing a girl who did not color match her foundation or just has foundation on her face and it looks like she has a mask on. So please make sure that you put foundation on your neck. It's going to feel weird the first couple times that you do it, but as you can see, it just gives more of a seamless, realistic look, if you will. Now to cake it the fuck up even further, apparently, we're going in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation. 2 foundations in one, because if you're going to be a catfish, you better do it the right way. But no, this is just the method that I like to set my foundation with. I always go in with a face powder rather than a translucent powder. So to prime my eyes, I use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. It just looks like this. It helps with keeping your eyeshadow on basically all night, and I don't have any creasing that happens or any oiliness with my eyelids. So this stuff is amazing. I highly recommend it to everybody. I think I've been using it for like 5 or 6 years now. It's the only eyelid primer that I will use. I mean, I've tried other ones, but this is the only one that I like. And I do blend it out with my ring finger, as you can see. I just feel like the warmth of your finger, the warm touch, helps to melt the product. Next, y'all, I'm busting out my cocaine tray here, as you can see. Just kidding. This is just the Nye Banana Powder, and I take it on a little fluffy brush, and I go ahead and set the Painterly Paint Pot just to make sure that it's not going to be all creasing and looking gross for when we go ahead and put our eyeshadow on. So this is probably my most favorite part of my entire makeup routine, because I feel like this is when my face finally starts coming together, I guess you could say. This is just the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer, and I go ahead and start contouring. I go a little overboard. If you catch me out on Saturdays, you know, you might not know if I have sideburns, 60s and 70s style sideburns on my cheeks, or if it's contour. It's just I love it, and I like to make my face look nice and slim with this stuff. So as you can see with just that, you can see the one side, it just gives the illusion that your face is slimmer. Catfishing, y'all, I'm telling you. It's the way of life. Just kidding, because you get what you get. And if you don't like me without makeup on, you can KMA. So figure out what that means on your own. So now I'm taking the contour powder and I'm chiseling out my jawline as well. I just do this because I'm extra AF, and if you want to be extra AF too, then you can hop on the bandwagon. It just chisels out your jawline a little bit. And then I go ahead and apply the contour to my forehead as well, just to go ahead and make the forehead appear smaller. Going in with the banana powder again, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up underneath my contour. This is starting my baking process, so I do leave this powder on the entire time, and then once we're done I will brush it off, and you will see it'll leave a more cleaner line. Taking my Tarte Shape Tape, I'm just going to go ahead and start highlighting my face. So I put it on my cupid's bow, my chin, and then I do a little bit in between my eyebrows, as well as bring it along on the bridge of my nose, just to start contouring and highlighting my nose and making it look smaller and all things wonderful like that. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out like always. And when I'm done blending that out on my cupid's bow and chin, I do go ahead and start baking my cupid's bow and chin. So now I'm taking this Physicians Formula bronzer. I like to use a different bronzer for my nose just because it looks more natural than the Marc Jacobs one does. This is just personal preference. So I just go ahead and draw 2 lines on the sides of my nose and then underneath my nose, just to make my nose appear shorter, if that makes sense. Taking that same beauty blender, I then go ahead and blend out my forehead highlight. I don't use my beauty blender to blend out my nose bridge highlight. As you can see, I just flicked you off because I'm trying to show you what finger I usually use. So I go ahead and just use my finger. I just find that it's easier for the location, like right along the bridge of the nose like this. I know that they do make smaller little beauty blenders, but those just look like a pain in the ass. So it's a no from me, dog. Just using a flat shader brush, I go ahead and apply that banana powder down the bridge of my nose to set the concealer on it. And using a fluffier brush, I go ahead and blend out my nose contour. When I'm done blending out my nose contour though, I do bake it like how I did underneath my contour that's on my cheeks. And I'm going to show you that in a second. So here we are. So I go ahead, I don't put it on the contour, I put it literally right below it. And then I'm going to leave this on as well to quote unquote bake as I go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. Like I said before about the contour where my cheeks are, this is just going to help to sort of clean everything up underneath the contour like that. And I forgot that I usually give myself a button nose, so that's what I'm doing here with the contour powder. And then I'm taking the Mary Luminizer highlight, just looks like this. I've had it for years. Thank you, Rachel. She didn't want it. She's like, do you want it? I said, girl, yes. And I go ahead and I just bring it down the bridge of my nose just to highlight it. Like I said, extra AF. This is a going out look, so don't expect anything to look natural here. I do put it on the tip of my nose, like a little fairy highlight there, just so that it elevates the tip of the nose a little bit or makes it look that way. Next, we're moving on to eyebrows. So I don't think I've done an updated eyebrow routine for you guys in quite some time, so consider yourself lucky, because here it is. It's a video within a video, apparently. So I like to go ahead and just brush out any product that's in my eyebrows first. Oh, there's no hair on there. Anyway, I take this pencil first because it's darker. I'm going to list it in the description box. But I don't know why, I just prefer the line underneath my eyebrow, like to set it off where I'm carving it out like this. I prefer it to be darker. So after that, I take this powder that is ancient from Avon. Like, what the fuck is Avon even anymore? Do you guys remember Edward Scissorhands? Ding dong, it's the Avon lady. I just prefer a powder over the pomade because I feel like it looks more natural and it's not as waxy and weird on my eyebrows. I do have the Anastasia brow pomade. I just never really got used to it or got into it. So I've just been doing powder on my brows for, I think since I started. So now I just take a NYX eyebrow pencil that's a little bit lighter and I start drawing the rest of my eyebrows. So I start doing the tops. Next, just taking this MAC little pot of concealer. I don't even think they sell it like this anymore. I go ahead and carve out underneath my eyebrows with it just to clean it up a little bit. So if I've made any mistakes or if I want to arch my eyebrows a little bit higher, I can go ahead with that and do so. And then I just go ahead and blend it out, obviously, as you can see. So the next order of business that I do is what a lot of people ask when I go out and see me. They say, how do you get the front of your eyebrows to look natural like that and not really boxy? And this is how we do it. Okay, so I just take what's left on the brush and I go ahead in the front of my eyebrow and I literally just wiggle this in there. So I'm wiggling a little bit of concealer and product in the beginning of my eyebrows just so that it looks sort of ombre almost, because you don't want your eyebrows to be closed in and boxy. The last step for my eyebrows is I take this brow gel, it's a tinted brow gel, and I just swipe it through just so that it puts any little stray hairs or anything into place, and it also helps with color as well. All right, and you guys know me, it's tape time, bitch. It is tape time. I could say that probably 5 times fast. Tape time, tape time, tape time, tape time, tape time. See, I did it. So I just put it on the corner of my eyes just so it helps give me a precise line of, you know, where my eyeshadow will be, so it's not all over the place, because I can't use a makeup wipe because I'm an asshole and I do my makeup backwards. So if I use a makeup wipe, it would take off what's already on my face. But yeah, anyway, so I'm taking the Mary Lou Manizer highlight. That just went on the brow bone. Next, I'm opening a Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette the complete wrong way for whatever reason, digging into this color right here. It's sort of like a warm peachy color, and that's going to be our transition color. And I just pop this onto right underneath where the highlight is. It's not exactly in my crease, it's just a little bit between where the crease and your brow bone is. And then next, on a flat shader brush, I'm taking the color that's right next to it. It's just sort of like a muted brown color. I always am describing colors and I feel like it makes no sense to anybody but myself. But I go ahead and I put this on my entire lid, as you can obviously see. So digging into some deeper colors now, I'm just going to go ahead in with this brown. It's almost like when I put it on, it kind of looks plummy a little bit, but I go ahead and just start defining the outer V just to darken things up and add some dimension to the outside of my eye. And darkening it up even further, I'm taking the color underneath that. This one definitely has some plummy tones to it. It's kind of like the same color I just put on, but it's a little bit darker, and I just gently work that into the outer V of my eye. Like I said, it's just going to create dimension, and it's going to make everything look nice. Oh, I almost burped. So now we're going to cut the crease, and when I first heard about a cut crease eye, I was like, this seems like it's going to be so difficult, but it's actually really easy. So I just take the brush of the concealer. I think this is what makes it easy as well. And I just go ahead and I apply the concealer to, I'm going to say I bring it into about half of my eye there. This step is optional with what I'm doing because I'm using, you're going to see I'm using like a shimmery color that I probably could have put on over top of the browns that I had, but I just think that this helps to give it a cleaner appearance, and it can help to really bring it out because it's kind of starting over on a fresh base. And obviously I do blend it in a little bit just so that it's not wet and tacky when I'm going ahead and putting this. Oh my god, I love it when I put this stuff on. This is the Stila, I forget the name of it, but it's like a liquid eyeshadow. I think this is in the shade Kitten Karma, and I go ahead and put it on my eye like so. I ran out, so that's why I had to, if it looks like you're like, wow, this puts a lot of crap on your eye, I had to go get my new one. I was like, thank God I had this. So I just go ahead and apply where we put the concealer. Then taking the shade that we use as our transition shade, can't ever speak when I do these voiceovers. I'm going to go ahead and I lightly, as you can see, I drag it over the edge of where the glitter eyeshadow and the actual eyeshadow meet, just so that there's no harsh lines and it blends in seamlessly. Next, I'm digging into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette just because I wanted to deepen up the outer V. That's me. Deepen my V, man. Just deepen my outer V. So you guys are going to see in a second, but this is also why I like to use the tape. This is the Hourglass liquid liner. I feel that it helps guide where my winged liner should be. So you can see that I'm putting it right where the edge of the tape is and I'm dragging it down, making a perfect wing. Bam! I know, you guys are going to start using my tricks. Please tag me if you do. I went ahead, I took the tape off, and now we are just going in with our Naked, I think this is the Peach Concealer, and this is just going to help with any dark circles that I still might have there. I just like to do this before, and I already blended that in just to save time. And then I go ahead with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I just use this as my actual concealer. And I go ahead and blend that in, and then I go and take some of the banana powder now, and I use my beauty blender, and I don't bake my under eye, because I learned that when I bake my under eye, it always looks like my eyes are more wrinklier than they are. Now going to the bottom lash line, I'm going to go ahead, I'm just taking a black pencil liner and I line my upper tight line and my waterline as well. Then I go ahead with this little pencil brush and I just smudge that out. You don't have to smudge it out, it just makes me feel better about it just because I don't want any harsh black lines under there. Taking this flat shader brush, I did dip it in some black eyeliner and I go ahead and just follow the line that I already have going. I do like to put the pencil eyeliner on before because it's almost like a base for your shadow to stick to, kind of like our Painterly Paint Pot primer that I used. But then I go ahead and take this Morphe brush. If you're interested in knowing what actual Morphe brush this is, let me know and I will respond to your comment. But then I go ahead and just smoke out the lower lash line. Now, I don't think I showed it again, but I did take the Mary Luminizer highlight, and I popped that in the tear ducts. So I hope you guys aren't too sad, but I've moved on to bigger and better things. Not using the Climax mascara anymore. This is the Kat Von D. I believe it's called the Go Hard or Go Home. Can still be used in a reference for a sexual pun, right? So I go ahead and I put that on my bottom lash line, and then I realized, oh shit, I didn't do my brightening step. This is just the Kim K brightening powder. I believe it's in the shade Banana, I want to say, and I pop that on under my eyes, on my chin, my Cupid's bow, brushing off the baking powder now, as we see. And then just to save time for this video, I applied mascara to my upper lashes and I just took the Cocoa Lashes in the style Queen Bee. Guys, I feel so bad because I feel like I'm using the same products that I always use in every video that you saw, but these are just favorites of mine, and when I love something, I do not change or cheat on it. So, this is the Love Flush. It's the Too Faced Your Love is King Love Flush Blush. And then now I'm going in with the Fairy highlight, the Fairybomb highlight from Fenty Beauty, Rihanna's line. I think it's called Rosé on Ice was the color. It's just a really nice pinky color, and it really makes your cheekbones pop. Taking this MAC lip liner in the color Spice, I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. And as you'll see, when I line my bottom lip, when I get done lining my bottom lip, what I like to do is I like to put a little line there just so it kind of creates like, it looks like a divot. And then I go ahead and fill the rest of my lips in with that lip liner. And then using my old school Kylie Cosmetics, this is the liquid lip in Candy K. It's just the perfect nude lip. It's as nude as I'll go in terms of nude lips. And then I've already sprayed myself with some all-nighter spray. And girl, you just got catfished. Or should I say, my man, you just got catfished. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay Bella. Mwah. Bye, guys.